My name is Aigbe Eudare Okosun, the convener of Great Benin Emancipation. I want to answer this question that mostly comes from people who are agitating for Oduduwa Republic and those agitating for Biafra. If Nigeria eventually divide today, where will Benin be? This question is thrown to us by reason of the Great Benin Emancipation standing out to reject the Biafra and those who now refer to themselves as Oduduwa Republic, sitting in their sitting rooms and then draw maps that ends up in the territories of Benin. If Nigeria eventually divide today, where will Benin be? Oh yes, Benin will remain where Benin has always been thousands of years before Nigeria was formed upon Wazobia. And upon the agreement of those people majority was arrogated to, Nigeria was formed. Wa, Zo, and Bia. In other words, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbos. These are people who did not resist the British colonialism. The Benin resisted the British colonization that led to the invasion of Benin by the British. When you hear them say Nigeria is by forced marriage, regard it as force, because your name cannot be found in a company you never agreed to be part of. The Nigerian marriage was conducted and formed upon Wazobia. Apart from the Benin sovereign nation, which had an embassy in Portugal at about 1555, there was no other nation on ground in that part of the world, now called Nigeria, that was illegally formed upon Wazobia. It only takes a united people of a sovereign nation to have their embassy in a foreign country. Where was the embassy of Biafra? Where was the embassy of the so-called Oduduwa Republic? I want to make this categorically clear to all. Benin is not restricted to Edo State only, and Benin is not relegated to Edo language only. Alongside with the Edo cultural group and the Igbabolenimi of the Esans, the Emperor Oba of Benin visited the Benins that stretch as far to River State. I am of the Esan-speaking parts of Benin, likewise many other similar and dissimilar languages of Benin in and out of Edo State.
It is with deep sense of joy and expectation that the homogeneous people of Esan welcome the great articulate Oba of Benin to his land. The euphorium of receiving our great Oba, our father, our brother, is premised on the fact that the Benin and Esan are most bonded Edos.
Today, we are fortunate and privileged to have His Royal Majesty for the first time leaving the palace to outside the senatorial district with the Queen and his children, which I think has brought good things to his land.
This is historic. At once, it helps to strengthen history. We've had a lot of arguments, but when you see people come from their different enclaves and open their mouth to say, we are from Benin, I think it puts to rest all controversies about origins. You heard it today, the Queres, the Degemans, the Ekpeye, the Orashi, all of them. And the history is very clear. They all migrated from Benin. And the Oba was here today, not just to see his people who are from Benin, but those who actually also migrated from Benin.
emanated from here. And I give God all the glory, give God all the honor. I thank you immensely, and we all pray that this throne will be a throne of peace in your time. Your prayer will bring blessings, different blessings to this kingdom. And you will know joy unlimitedly, and your joy will spread, your blessing will spread to the other kingdom in worry. So I thank you, I thank all your chiefs, and I thank you once more for the honor of coming to visit us that day. And we are still coming to the people to play with you. This one is a private visit.
Tell us about the relationship between the Benin and the co-people.
The first Oba of Lagos is a male descendant of Oba of Benin, and very close person to him. He sent him on a mission here, and that's why we have a song. Omoko ni wa o, awa ki shomo abidanu. Ode bini no bi baba awasi. Oba lobi sibe ki shari. That's any at the installation of any Oba. That song is always there. And anybody wants to be a chief or anything, or Oba, at that end, Oba. When we finish the ceremony, we show like this. That thing we are doing, they are saluting the Oba of Benin.
Omonoba Nedo Ukwakpolopolo Oba Eware II said Benin Kingdom and Isiluku have historical affinity, stressing that the palace will do its best to keep the relationship, while assuring the Obi of the palace practical and spiritual support to his reign. Oba Eware II promised to extend some of the benefits accruing to Benin Kingdom to Isiluku. The Benin monarch expressed gratitude to all those who supported the Obi to ascend to the throne of his forefathers, especially his uncle, who stood for him as regent.
You wanted to follow your father's footsteps, your ancestors' footsteps, by coming to the palace here for tutelage. I said to myself then, well, I thank my God and my ancestors. This is already an indication that my father taught me well, to be able to teach you as well. Thank all the other members of royal
In his address, the Obi of Isiluku, His Royal Highness Obi Unduka, said he and his people were in the palace to pay homage to the Benin monarch and also thank him for his support before, during, and after his coronation. The Obi said the people of Isiluku migrated from Benin, pointing out that it was good to be back home, and promised to maintain the cordial relationship existing between Benin Kingdom and Isiluku.
We are here to say a very big thank you, and also, very importantly, to pledge our loyalty to you and the Palace of Benin.
You became king at the young age of 2 years and 4 months. What, if anything, do you remember of that coronation, of that occasion?
It would be very difficult to say that I remember much. I do enjoy looking at the photos and wonder what I was thinking as I looked very strangely as they were placing a crown on my head. The recollections are not many. The recollections for me, when I think back, or I try to think back of that, I just recall being protected. I recall a people that were in the throes of love of a young king. I remember people treating me gently. I look back and I have glimpses of being a very, very young monarch, meeting my brother, the Oba of Benin, as the pictures behind will show. But apart from that, most of my memories would obviously have been of the United Kingdom where I grew up.
Yes, as I say, you then lived abroad for 20 years before returning to the...
Benue State, located in the middle belt of the country, is acclaimed the food basket of the nation due to its rich and fertile land, and has been capable of producing virtually all the agricultural produce that is consumed in Nigeria. Over 75% of the population are basically farmers or engaged in agriculture at different scales. The Great River Benue, which forms a unique feature in the state, has been a source of tourist attraction besides other gifts of nature. However, there are a people who are seen as a food basket of the food basket, the Igede people located in the south of Benue State. Welcome to Igede land. The Igede people are among the 3 distinct languages in Benue State. Although numerically smaller than the Tiv and the Idoma, they have been able to make their presence felt in economic, educational and political life of Benue State due to their cohesion. The Igedes are believed to have migrated from Sabongida Ora in Onwa West local government area of Edo State over 400 years ago through their forefather known as Agba, who is said to be the 11th son of Ora Ekmen's 12 children. Ora clan was founded by the grandchildren of Prince Okpame, one of the sons of Oba Eware the Great of Benin, between 1440 to 1473 AD. Prince Okpame, who later became Oba Ozolwa, was exiled from Benin for his misbehavior. He left Benin with some of his friends, one of them named Obozwa and his uncle Uzwambi. They settled at Oderere around the middle of the 15th century. At Oderere, he married a lady named Ororua, who gave birth to a son named Oraikme. Oraikme, in turn, gave birth to 12 recorded sons, whose names are listed thus according to seniority. Umale, Ahedu, Awezi, Obe, Iyari, Ehomi, Owato, Agwenroba, Odu, Ohela, Agba, and Ofebe. Umale, the first son, was beaten to death by his brothers for being a glutton. The remaining 11 sons paired up to form the 6 subclans of Ora. The clans and how they were founded are listed as Ohia, Uhiae clan, founded by Ahedu and Agba. Oyonhwani clan, founded by Ahwaize. Ebiobe, Sabongida Ora clan, founded by Obe and Odu, later joined by Iyari. Ohomora clan, founded by Ehomi and Ohela. Oke clan, founded by Owato, and Eme clan, founded by Ugwanroba and Ofebe. Agba was a traditional medicine man, a herbalist who had followers playing musical drums called Ogede. This drum had double sides, and as a result, Agba was nicknamed Obogede, which is interpreted as a native doctor that plays Ogede drum, from where the Igede people must have derived their name. It is also noted that Agba was a renowned trader who traveled as far as
the planet, the kingdom, and the people of this great state, the heartbeat of our great nation, and I know the Vice President will confirm that. Without the dough, there can be no Nigeria. We are really hard
is the Great Benin descendants of come in their numbers and had been with us and came since yesterday.
On the 12th of November 2018, we received a letter from the Degeman people, signed by the Degeman king himself, Pekka 7, that we've been invited for their Ogwa conference, a conference that brings together the minorities in Bayelsa and River State that traces their ancestry to ancient Benin Kingdom. And as such, when we received that letter, we're very happy, we're ecstatic. The reason was because it is the foundation of what we now call the ideas of Association of Great Benin Descendants. We first of all identified over 36 ethnic nationalities that traces their ancestry to Benin, and one of which was Degema. So when we received a letter that we are to grace the occasion, signed by the king of Degema himself, we are very happy.
So, as a former ruler, I have to think of a way of reorganizing all of them. I am now, by God's grace, Excellency is not by any level, but the United Nations calls me Excellency because of management, or people resources. That's why they call me Excellency. It is not by the River State government. Today I am the chapter peace advocate and the chairman of advisory council of the United Nations, Poland. Wherever there is a problem, they call me to go and give them the solution. That is where I come to. So I said, I must start at home. Everything must begin at home. Why we felt that we were a minority was that your brothers were there, but you didn't know that the people there are your brothers. Yes. You came from Benin, and you don't know how many other people also came from Benin. What made you to come? It's not the same thing that made the other person to come. Each person came from his own experience. Benin people in River State are in majority. Benin people in River State have the main land of River State. And if I want to tell you now, I will tell you that Ekpenye is Benin. I am an Ekpenye son. Oba is Benin. Ndoni is Benin. Enkene is Benin. Uwayana, that's Ikwere, is Benin. And you know that Ikwere is the main capital of River State. Yes. Then Dekama, Benin. Epie, Benin. Sarama, Benin. Artisan, Benin. Yes. You can see how I'm calling all of them. And part of us are in a chain. So if you remove these populations from River State, how many remain? So that's why I'm saying that if you know that your brother is there, you will now know that we are not really a minority. But we thank God that today the young ones have come up to start something that will now look for anywhere the person is. Either from here to Anambra, to Lagos, to Ghana, to the Republic of anywhere at all. Gradually we will be moving down till we identify all ourselves wherever we are. That is why I said we are not really in minority.
Good afternoon. My name is Andy Amosa. I'm from Ndoni district, a community called Obiofo. I'm very proud to be among this movement of those of us who descended from Benin, ancient Benin Kingdom. We find this a very interesting and fascinating forum for reunion, for those of us that are in River State who came from Benin. I find it personally interesting. Right here in Degema, we are gathered with those of us from Atisa, those of us from Minobua, me from Undoni, and some brethren. And anyone from now.
Welcome. My brothers, you are welcome. Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see you. I've been meaning to see you all these years, but today is an opportunity that I've seen my brothers from Benin. I am from Yenegua, Bayelsa State, Obon community. We are the Ogolo children. Our compound name is Fan Gide Children. I am the woman leader of my community. These are my younger ones. They are all from Moses family. I am Tetweme Moses, and this is Victoria Moses, Glory Moses. We are all Moses. They are all my younger ones. I'm very happy. I'm overwhelmed. I'm very happy. I don't even know how to express myself. I didn't be my brother failed to into. I wanted to into. I wanted My father used to tell me that we are from Benin, and I've been waiting for this day. But I thank God for God that is very, very able to make us to. I have where to go now. I can travel to Benin, and with full belief that I have a house to enter. I have been wanting to travel to Benin, knowing that I am from Benin. I am very happy. I don't want to talk further.
Thank you very much. Today we are very happy. We are in Degema Kingdom, hosting a lot of other ethnic groups that fall under the Ogua people. The Ogua people are made up of the Atisa people, the Epie people, the Sarama people, the Ngene people, and then Degema themselves. These are the same people that migrated from Benin Kingdom about the 14th century, and they have come together to identify themselves with themselves and with others, and to make sure that they bond down relationship that have been linked by historical facts and historical information. So we are glad. I am the coordinator of Great Benin Descendants here in River State, and we have embarked on this about 2 years now. And today is the turn of Degema to host us. We are about going to visit some of their interesting historical artifacts and sacred environments, at least for the benefit of getting to know the people more. So we thank you so much for the audience given to us today, and we say we are going to continue from here to another kingdom tomorrow, next time. Thank you very much.
In the sovereign nation of Benin and in the empire of Benin, where there are kings and queens of value from one ancestry, the Emperor Oba of Benin is the sovereign ruler, and his rulership is called Arioba. The Great Benin is second to none. Benin shall emerge with Great Benin sovereign nation, if cause for otherwise. All hail the Great Benin. All hail the Great Benin sovereign nation. All hail the Emperor Oba of Benin. Oba Ratok Bere, he said.